all. Thanks for tuning in to the video. Another exciting video for you today. I'm going to talk about, again, XRP and why this, I think, is the future of money and the future of payment transfers and the digital asset of the future. Perhaps even the most valuable one, potentially, of all time. So, if you currently don't own any XRP, you're making a pretty big mistake, in my opinion. I bought at the 28-cent mark, some at the 35-cent mark, but no more, to the tune of over 15,000 XRP, although I'm not going to disclose how much I actually have. Now, for those people who haven't bought in, you still have an opportunity. The price has not even doubled as Bitcoin has tripled since the beginning of the year, or December. Just go on this website, which the link is in the description, and we can see why XRP is so amazing. First, it has use cases with payment providers and banks. It can be used on a global scale, and it has a use case that will reduce transaction costs, and increase speed tremendously. The benefits are ridiculous. Payments settled in 4 seconds. The time between Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP isn't even close. Traditional systems, 3 to 5 days. It's a complete change in the way we use money. 1,500 transactions per second. Globally distributed. Stable. So many different, so much history behind it. Only 5 years, but such a stable and smart and balanced history. Although the price has decreased a little bit, this might be a chance to get back in the green and still buy in. Now, this video is predominantly not about XRP's use case, but how much XRP you should own, that I believe an individual should have to reach a very comfortable financial situation. I got my handy dandy calculator here that we're going to use to discover what amount of XRP could be worth in the future. So let's start. In my opinion, and from what most people say, between 15 to 25,000 XRP is a very good range, I think, to have to be very financially set and make a very worthwhile investment. This is an opportunity, again, that may never happen again. We may never see XRP at a price of 47 cents. Maybe ever again. It's possible, but it's just hard to believe. So let's just do some math. Let's say right now the price is 47 cents, almost on the dime. So we'll just do, let's just say you're going to invest $1,000. Let's divide that by the current price. Gives you 2,000 XRP, right? Which makes a lot of sense. So 2,127 XRP. Just $1,000. Some people have said that this price will go to $20 in the short term, $5 to $10. They say it could even, in the long term, some people say in 5 to 10 years, it could even hit $200, $100, or $300. Let's just say it hits $100. Okay, $100. Let's just be, again, I have no idea if this will happen. It's unlikely, in my opinion. It's quite a high price point, but it's possible. If it hits $100, we're going to take, just for investing $1,000, we'll take our 2,127 and multiply by 1,000. That means simply investing $1,000 will give you, oops, wait, I might have made a mistake here. I think I typed in, there we go, $212,700. That means only $1,000 will become this amount if you were to invest right now if the price hits $100, okay? Now let's just say it goes to $300, which is insane. That means just investing $1,000, you will have a little bit more than $500,000 if it hits $300. Again, this $300 target is, people say it could happen. I think 200 is more realistic. 300 is really pushing it, but it's possible. I certainly hope so. Let's say you were to put in, let's just say 6,000 right now, at the current price of 47 cents. You will now have 12,765 XRP, right? So 12,765. Let's say it hits $100. $1,276,000, roughly speaking, dollars off of a $6,000 investment. That's the potential that we could see. You have an opportunity of getting into a technology very, very early. Even though it's had multiple massive gains, it still has so much more room to grow, and it's only in its initial phases. There could be massive growth in this space, and this is still below $1. So just considering that, right? So let's just say you were to buy, 20,000. So let's just say you have 20,000 XRP, which I believe is the amount that most people should have. So if you had if you were to buy in now, you would have to put in almost $10,000, which is quite a lot for a lot of people. So let's just assume we got 20,000, and let's just say if it hits 100, it's, $1 million. $2 million, which would be insane. But let's just say we hit a reasonable price target, which I believe is reasonable. Let's say we hit $20. Okay, so your $10,000 today, your $9,600 that you put in today becomes $400,000. Now, $20 is not out of the range. The last bull run almost hit $4, and this bull run will see massive gains way above that. And now that once we get past the initial phases, once we get to $4, $10, then from there it's only a 2x to get to 20 if it hits 10. So really we could be looking at some massive gains. Only if you put in $9,400 now, if it hits $20, you've already made almost $500,000 off of almost very small of an investment. So in my opinion, I don't see too much risk. Particularly with this asset, I would be very careful investing in others, but these are the kind of gains we could be seeing. So just kind of in a picture here, how much should you put in? I'd recommend having at least 15. For most people, I think it's a decently safe number, and it's not too out of control. It depends on how much else you want to put into other cryptocurrencies. But in my opinion, this is a wonderful opportunity. Now, if you happen to have bought back in, a few months ago, you would have bought it at 30 cents or even 28 cents, which would have been incredible. I happened to buy most of my XRP at the 29.5 cent mark, 30 cent mark. And then I bought a little bit. I bought quite a bit at the 35 cent mark, and then it actually retraced to 28 cents. And then I bought a little bit more at 20.5 cents. So most of my buys were in the low to mid 30s, I would say. And now we've almost seen a double in price. It's almost 50 cents. We're like 75% price increase. So if it happens to go back down, I'd jump all over it. But now we're at a point where, we're starting to see movement. We're starting to see this kind of come to life. And blink of an eye, the price could go up to 70 cents, and then your buying power is diminished greatly. You'll have to put in a lot more money and risk a lot more to get the same amount that you could have put in at this price point. Again, people always ask me, when's the right time to buy? It's really hard to say. I mean, the market's given us a lot of opportunities. XRP hit 48 cents, I think, a few weeks ago when Bitcoin had a parabolic move. It decreased in price again back to like the low 40 cent range, high 30s, and now it's just going crazy, going apeshit at almost 50 cents. It literally almost touched 49.5 cents just yesterday or 2 days ago. So in reality, it's just a matter of time. Nobody really knows with the whole market that's manipulated. Nobody really knows. So the real right move, in my opinion, from a financial logical standpoint, would just be to get in now. And if it goes down, you take a loss, but don't sell. As long as you don't sell and you're willing to ride it out, you'll be fine. But if you're day trading, maybe not a good time to buy. So again, I recommend 15 to 20K XRP. Could be a really valuable asset one day. Just keep that in mind, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and happy to answer any questions anybody may have.